Yeah, but waiting for the plane.
Yeah, sorry.
Because I can't. Make me. So, how did our first date go? Background. So, yeah, I've been attempting to help other sisters go on dates and everything like that. So when they were coming down, I was just like, okay, cool. I don't need to take. There was another sister that her close friend I really wanted to take on a date, and that was going to happen. And then I realized that if she's coming too, I should take her on a date as well. So I offered to take her on a date, and it was a back and forth. It was a back and forth. This whole idea of me taking her on the date.
Because I really didn't want him to take me on one. I didn't feel like it was necessary.
But it was necessary for me to take on a date.
According to you.
So yeah, and I reached out to her and I told her that I was taking her on a date. And she was not pleased by me telling her that I was taking her on a date.
What girl wants to be told? Every girl wants to be asked. Am I right?
So I ended up telling her that I was going to ask her when she gets here, because the back and forth was just really much. So, but when she got to South Africa, they went to Cape Town first.
Yes.
But when she got to South Africa, the planning I didn't know what date I was going to take her on. And then since her and I, such great friends, and I strongly believe that we're very similar.
A little bit.
Very similar. And there was this date idea which I thought that I would definitely like to experience. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to use this on her, and I know she's definitely going to enjoy it. And when she came here, she wanted to change the whole date. No, I want to go do something else and something different. But her close friend was just like, no. If you change the date, then there should be no date at all.
Guys, I just wanted it super low key. Nothing like over the top, because I was like, we're friends. It doesn't have to be that deep. Like, we're already good company. And we weren't on that track where I thought that we were attracted to each other or trying to build a relationship. So I was kind of like, I don't need to be wined and dined by you. I'm cool. But my best friend encouraged me to just go with the flow.
Yeah, so the main idea wasn't a wine and dine date. For me, it was just, let's just have a great time. Let me encourage you and encourage you to encourage me to encourage you with all this encouragement that's happening. So that was the whole idea about the date, but the date was fire though.
And I will take it away from here. It was quality. I mean, from start to finish, the date was so well thought out. I mean, I felt like every element of it was so me. Like, I've never been on a date that spoke to my soul. I actually still have the video that I sent my best friends after the date of how excited I was to tell them, because the idea was actually a role-playing date. So we had to pick what character we wanted to be, and the setting was in two strangers meeting in a bar. And if you know me, I'm totally into acting in theater. So this was just like, I loved the inventiveness. And so I picked the character of Olivia Pope because I absolutely was obsessed with Scandal. So her character is just so me, and Kerry Washington is literally perfection. So I just felt like she'd be the perfect character to play. And just from the moment I walked into the bartender was excited to be in on the plan. He was very excited that once I sat down, I even got my favorite drink sent to me, and I didn't even know he knew what my favorite drink is, which is a mojito, by the way. And so the bartender...
Why are you telling them that? It's supposed to be only for me to know.
Oh, my bad! Secrets!
So what? This bartender threw me under the bus, in all honesty. Because it's supposed to be like, picture a scene in the movie where two people who have never met before are meeting for the first time, and you tell the bartenders, like, get that lady a drink, and then the bartender gives her a drink, and then she asks, where is this from? She's like, from that gentleman over there, and I raise my glass, and that's my cue to actually step in, right? Nah. He gave her the drink and struck conversations.
Yes, but the drink had a napkin, and on the napkin it said hi with a smiley face.
But it seemed as though it was a complimentary drink from the bartender.
No, he told me that the drink was from the gentleman, but he specifically said the gentleman would like you to join him. And I was like, I don't speak to strangers. Guards. I'll have my drink. Yeah.
Guards up. And now, how do you introduce yourself to going to a place where now I introduce myself to you? My key opening was the drink is from the gentleman over there, and I'll be like, hey, and I stepped through. But that was taken away from me.
That wasn't the only
I
thing
had
that
to
was
work
taken
hard.
away from him. He totally lost his words halfway through the date, which definitely was the beginning of the tide, because as you can tell, we like to banter back and forth. And on that date, the banter was flowing, but there was this one moment where he just looked at me and he just stopped talking. And I was like, what's up? Like, are you okay? And he was like, you're beautiful. And then it was just silence. Nothing else came after that. And I just started laughing so hard. It was like the most honest but hilarious moment. And we laughed it off, and it was really great. I was still in character through the whole thing. And then I got hungry. And anyone who knows me knows my favorite food is sushi. And so while we're still on the date and he's trying to talk to me, I'm like literally searching for places where I can get sushi. I know, guys, that sounds rude, but it was playing hard to get. I'm playing in character, but I was also hungry. So.
And then that's when I asked her out on a date for sushi.
And he still tries to claim that he did eventually ask me out.
I did.
But the date had already started, so I don't think it counts.
It counts because at that point we don't know each other. According to the date, we don't know each other. And then once we get to know each other, then I ask you out on a date, and then we went on a date, so it counts.
What do y'all think? I'm not sure.
It counts.
But after that, going to sushi, he gave me his arm like a total gentleman. We walked through the plaza to the restaurant where we had wine and quality sushi. And while we were looking at each other across the way, I definitely looked at him and I was like, I think you should fall in love with me. I think that's a really good idea. And he's like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I was just like, but I think it will be the best decision you ever made. You should try it. He's like, nah, we shouldn't go there.
Mm-mm.
And look how that turned out.